Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I want to do a little bit of a different video again and talk about what frustrates me the most about living in a world with chronic illness and the fact that it feels like we have to be inauthentic about our emotions with chronic illness. So before I get into any more details, time for the intro. This video is likely going to turn into another rant, but one of the things that came to mind when I was coming up with video content recently was the fact that I feel like one of the most important things in life is to be authentic to what's going on and be authentic to people about how you're feeling, how you're doing, living in the moment, and authenticity has been really, really important to me. One of the things that has really come to mind lately is just how much the world actually discourages this, especially with people who have chronic illnesses, and the fact that it seems like we're pressured into being something that we're not with chronic illness. What I mean by this is when you get diagnosed with a chronic illness, the empathy and compassion at the start is generally quite in abundance. But as time goes on, people will tell you that you're complaining. They'll tell you that you're just being lazy. They'll tell you that you're seeking attention. They'll tell you that if you just did this and this and this, everything would get better. And it seems like that when this happens, they don't want us being authentically who we are or engaging in what's actually happening. And honestly, this is a societal pressure more than it is a pressure from the people who are around us the most. I feel like this particular topic applies more to society and the people who are kind of not familiar with us and the struggles that we go through, more than it does to the people in our immediate family and our immediate support. Now, there are people that kind of are in between that. So they're not your direct support, however, they're technically family, and they just don't have an idea of what's going on. In those moments, I truly feel like there is pressure from those people. When you're out in society, it really feels like you have to hide your emotions and how you're honestly, authentically feeling. When people ask you how you're doing, and this is particularly why I don't like being asked that, how are you feeling today is a little bit better, but how are you doing lately is also okay. But this question coming up from a stranger, it just is not fun, because most people just want you to say, oh, I'm good, and we move on. However, when you're put into that situation as a person with chronic illness, you can't honestly say, oh, I'm good, and move on, or I'm fine. Good days do happen. You very well could be having a good day, especially when you're out in society. But your definition of a good day and their definition of a good day, you're not going to meet at the same spot with that particular conversation. One person's going to assume, oh, well, maybe this person is now healed, while you're going to say, well, I'm having a good day, I'm out in public, I'm having to do all of these things today because I don't know when I'm going to get to do them again. I'm able to get all this stuff done. I'm not stuck in bed today. I'm not having much pain today. Sometimes the pain can be iffy because there can be times when you just have to go out and do stuff, and so you have to put on a mask basically, and you have to put this inauthentic message that everything is fine, I'm feeling 100%, when in all reality you feel like you just want to go back to bed and everything is not okay. But the societal pressure to say I'm fine or I'm good in those moments is probably at 90 out of 100. 90 to 95 out of 100. It is way up there. People often will complain when they have a cold or a flu, and there's no societal pressure to say, oh, you shouldn't complain that you're sick today. That's just not correct. And you can phone in when you have a cold or a flu, and people don't really bat an eye. In fact, it's encouraged because you're not going to get everybody else sick. However, when you have a chronic illness and you get a flare-up and you feel like you're that sick, but may not look like it, or it's just she's having another headache and can't come to work. It just seems like you just can't be authentic in the moment with how you're feeling. Not only when you go out into society with people, but when people ask you how you're doing, you feel pressured to say, oh, all of these things are good, and then you forget, oh, but I forgot about all of these other things lately that are like, I'm struggling with right now. And you just don't want to complain because you feel like if you complain, then you're not being positive enough. I often say, please allow me to be emotional in front of you because it does help me process what's going on in the moment. If you're enjoying my content, please feel free to subscribe. Remember that it's completely free. It just allows us to reach more people with IIH and migraines. When you're subscribing, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my upcoming future content. If you enjoyed this particular video, be sure to give it a like. If you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, be sure to like and follow. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye everyone.